Hi, family. How are you? I hope y'all are doing fantastic. I am well. I am checking in on the energies again, and I pulled a few cards. And this is really interesting because, like, Spirit is talking directly to me. But I'm sure to all of you as well. So, first card out was 888, Karma. This number talks about balance and cycles and what comes around goes around. You know, it also talks about abundance and wealth, but it truly is this circle of, well, it's not a circle, but it's a continuing line that goes around and around. And what you put out goes through the energy fields, but it comes back. It's like a boomerang effect. And so yes, it can mean abundance and wealth, but it can also mean absolute horror if that's what you've been throwing off into the universe. But Spirit's talking about like a change of environment, okay? Like making your environment magical. Now, this could be talking about you and your personal environment, and possibly is. It's the spiritual and the physical are always related, but there's some kind of improvement in environment here. And then 999. This card also says what comes around goes around, and cycles, which is crazy. But also balance. Oh, and balance. It's like almost the exact same card, except for this is release. Something that was in suspension is being released, is how I'm seeing it. Like something was being held in suspension. And it was like, I'm seeing it as like a pendulum. Here's a pendulum card. And a clock. Time's up was the last reading. But it's like the pendulum, it swings. It consistently swings because of gravity. Well, anyways, it was like the pendulum was up here right before it would start to go back the other way. And it was like suspended in space somehow. Somehow they, I don't know, like freezer spells is what I just heard. Like it just sounds wackadoodle to me. But somehow they suspended this pendulum swing from going back in the other direction. And it's funny because it was like about a year ago, a little over a year ago, that I was talking about this pendulum swing and the basically in love, the world being ruled by love again instead of fear. And Hathor's love is here. Hathor's the goddess of motherhood and fertility. She showers love and compassion. So that's the pendulum swing of going from all of this fear being projected into the atmosphere, into the environment. It's love. So anyways, like it makes my hair stand up on end because I saw this very thing a year ago, and it was like it seems exactly like we've been in suspension. But this is, and then the precognition card talks about telling the future. Which was what reminded me. It's just like, oh my gosh, this is what you talked about last year. This is it. This is the pendulum swing, the shift. And then the last card I pulled out was 0808. And this is swift action, okay? So that's what got me, because I was just like, okay, look at all these 8s. Karma, the what comes around goes around. It's right here. And it's swift action. So what I was seeing a year ago is happening quickly. And that's this pendulum swing, which honestly, I am so happy to see. I really am so happy to see it. So, I guess I'll pull some cards. I don't know. I'll pull these cards. And see what else I get. This is good energy. Artemis of the Forest. Now you are independent and free. 32. I love that number. Y'all, synchronicities and like of numbers has been insane lately. Every time I see a number, it is significant to me. It is like, it's not, there's no way to say it's just happenstance. Like, there's just no way. This stuff is insane. Something big is about to happen. And I think this is it, like what I said. But something that you might have predicted, say like a year ago, is about to happen, and quickly. That's what I'm seeing. So, it says you're about to be independent and free. Ooh. 32 breaks down to a 5, which is change. Y'all, thank you so much for your support and your comments. Like, I seriously love you. Like, I love you all so much. I really, really appreciate you. And, should I say that? Yeah, like, don't bother telling me to be careful. Oh, and, you know, don't pray for me either, okay? I appreciate it. I just would rather work this out on my own. I've made it this far, you know what I mean? And I really don't need any warnings, because I take it as a threat. That's how I see it. But you probably know that, is what I'm figuring. So I just thought I'd lay that out there for anybody else that wants to warn me about the things I'm talking about being unsafe, because I'm well protected. I was told before I even started this mission not to worry about it. And hey, listen, even if I was deleted from the game today, I would be okay with that. My spirit's immortal. I go on forever. I'll always be here. So anyways, have faith, as everything is working in your favor. Your desire is within reach. So I think Spirit is talking about, like, really making yourself as comfortable as you can in your environment, and, like, decorating your environment, making it magical. Make it a magical space for you. Bring heaven down onto earth as much as you possibly can. And just hold that space, because things are about to change, and quickly. Quickly. Spirit never tells me that. I always feel like an agonizing, like a little bit of like an agonizing tinge from the weight. There's so many things that have to line up and so many pieces. That's why they can't say anything about time, because just things have to happen. Everything has to fall into place. You know, you have to do what you were meant to do, which triggers them to do what they were meant to do, and so on. So it's always been a waiting game in a way, at least for me. It's not necessarily easy to be able to see it coming long before everybody else. So it makes me happy when I have spirit telling me this is going to be fast. Something you predicted is coming very quickly. And all my predictions are good ones, so I don't know about you. Chiron, inner healing. So you could be going through some kind of release, doing some sort of healing right now. Dealing with some childhood wounds, things that you thought you were over, but turns out, you know, it's still a little aggravating. Which is fine, because then you can just do whatever you need to do with it. Heal from it. Release it. Let it go. Yeah, just let it go. All that glitters. And giraffe, visionary, inverted. So somebody that was, you know, all that glitters isn't gold. Somebody misinterpreted true wealth. They weren't a visionary. They didn't see this pendulum swing coming, and they clung on to the old. Possibly they're going to heal from this with this pendulum swing. Possibly there's going to be no choice but to let go of all this glittery stuff, you know? These people would really benefit from living off the land, in my opinion, where none of this stuff even matters. Like, what is gold gonna do for you? When you really need shelter, food, and water, and fire, the basics. The basics that people who didn't cling to this material stuff are capable of and actually quite comfortable in. And you know, I just love how everybody is warning me about what they're gonna do. It's just amazing, because it just shows me like how right on about what I'm talking about I flippin' am. You just show yourself. Sorry, family. He knows who I'm talking to. Number 3, follow the white rabbit. Curiosity meets opportunity. Hold on. This dog wants to play with the kids. All right. So, going down the rabbit hole, highly recommended. Something that you discovered in the rabbit hole of love, we're going to call it because it came right under Hathor's love, is going to come true. Precognition. What is that word? Predicting the future. Thank you. Keeping up. 40. Immense effort and advance. So something that you predicted would happen in the future, you put immense effort into advancing forward. And you're getting that back quickly. There is another clock. It's time's up. It's time's up. The suspension of the pendulum is not going to work anymore. It's done. It's done. And quickly, swiftly. It's funny, it's like the 8 of Wands card almost. 0808. Practice. Whatever you're practicing. 38, you are rare and free. There are not many like you. So you need to practice what it is that you are specializing in. What you do that nobody else does. What everybody always made fun of you for. That's what you need to practice. Because no one else knows how to do that. Body work could have something to do with body work. Healing, that kind of thing. Let me pull some tarot. So this is like really showing a release from attachment to material things. If you're holding on to material things, you might want to release them. At least from your attachment. From your thought that you think that you have to have it, that you need it. Because it's gonna lower your vibration if you lose it somehow. None of these things really have any value when it comes to a society that's based in love. The love of Earth and everything it entails. Three of Wands. It looks like you've gotten some kind of project off the ground. Something that is making you independent and free. Free of the system, I just heard. Inverted Emperor. So there's some kind of person abusing their power here, or that's been trying to abuse their power, that somehow is in your environment. Hopefully they're not in your immediate environment, but even like pictures or objects that remind you, or objects that belong to that person that was controlling your energy. Like, it's really important to clear your space and make it magical, devoid of all reminders of those devil entities, the devil incarnations and their minions. Nine of Coins. Somehow this Emperor latched on to your finances, your independence. They're trying to freeload off you, control you from the sidelines, and profit off you at the same time. So really, basically what it's telling me is you're already very successful and independent. If it weren't for the tentacles of these controlling, overbearing energies. You would already be to the moon and back. So as soon as the tentacles are cut, you know what I mean, you're just fine. There's a lot of blocks and nets that were placed around you by this inverted emperor and his minions, or her. We don't discriminate, you know, but regardless, Eight of Cups, but regardless, you're walking away. Spirit answered, like, finish my sentence for me. It's flipping funny. You're cutting the tentacles. You're removing this energy from your environment. Whether it is reminders of this energy, like maybe you need a new, new paint, or shit, if you're camping out, maybe you need a new camp, or just to change the environment. It moves the energy as we are moving into some very new territory. I'm doing a reading right now.
Okay.
Thank you. 5 of Swords. What is that? I'm going to get a clarifier. Looks like you walked away from some kind of stressful situation, something that was stressing you out, had you in your head. Some kind of mental projection. The Fool inverted. You're just not going to be their fool anymore. It's time's up. It's time's up to allowing that dirty energy from making you feel like you're dirty. That's what they want you to feel. They want you to feel low down. So they wrap their tendrils of hate around you, and it seeps into your psyche. You know, it seeps into your psyche. That can make you go down a whole nother rabbit hole. So it's really important to like completely denounce these energies and the agents of these energies. And to promote, oh yeah, there's something else Spirit wanted me to talk about. And to promote the energies of the healed, And that's where, I got a download today, something that a grandmother wants to talk about. Here's the thing. There's a grandmother that was deleted with black magic. Now, I don't know if you all know about how black magic deletes people. But what I've noticed by having several people in my life deleted with black magic is that it's always a strange fluke of a thing. It's a rare disease, or, you know, a young person having a heart attack, you know, something like that. This grandmother spirit wants to be vindicated. Wants her story told. There is a very, very sick and twisted, really stinky energy witch that has been casting spells on, it seems like everybody. And it works on some people and it doesn't on others. Or at least they're doing it on most people in their life. Like, they really only see themselves as important. Truth be told. Even their minions can't trust them. They will throw anybody under the bus if they need to. At any time. And easily. So, these witches have been doing black magic. I know of feeding graveyard dirt. I know of that being one that causes very strange diseases. I don't know what's causing the heart attacks yet. This is a new one to me. So anyways, and as you know, they make people self-delete too. I've seen that too many times. So, yeah, I guess I'm going to leave this here. That, grandmother spirit is feisty, very feisty, and was deleted from the game far before her time. So, yeah. And this wicked witch is like some kind of flippin' serial deleter. No joke. But the ancestors know. And here's another thing that's pretty cool is as you heal, your ancestors heal through you. So, and they gain in strength. And as they gain in strength, obviously they have more control in the spirit realm. So, all right, I love y'all. I'll get back to you very soon. Thanks for watching. Thank you for the donations. I flipping love you. And yeah, I love you, baby. All right, bye, y'all.